Good evening. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Just want to get a couple of reminders as far as housekeeping goes. This Wednesday night will be online only, so we will not be at the building. Just wanted to get a reminder in there to you for that. The elders always do a devotional at Thanksgiving, and we don't have classes on that Wednesday night. So they decided it would just be prudent to go ahead and record that video to let people stay home and kind of distance and things like that for the week. So Wednesday night we will be online only. The elders will be recording something, planning on working on that tomorrow night. So again, just keep that in mind as your week goes along. Now, it was on this day, November the 22nd of 1963, that John F. Kennedy was assassinated while traveling in an open motorcade through Dallas, Texas. The article that I was looking at earlier today says First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy rarely accompanied her husband on political outings, but she was beside him along with Texas Governor John Connally and his wife for a 10-mile motorcade through the streets of downtown Dallas on November the 22nd. Sitting in a Lincoln convertible, the Kennedys and Connollys waved at the large and enthusiastic crowds gathered along the parade route. As their vehicle passed the Texas School Book Depository building at 12:30 p.m., Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly fired 3 shots from the 6th floor, fatally wounding President Kennedy and seriously injuring Governor Connally. Kennedy was pronounced dead 30 minutes later at Dallas Parkland Hospital. He was 46 years old. Now, this is probably familiar to you, but I'm going to read these words. It says, looking back on the memory of the dance we shared beneath the stars above, for a moment all the world was right. How could I have known you'd ever say goodbye? And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. Holding you, I held everything. For a moment, wasn't I the king? But if I'd only known how the king would fall, hey, who's to say, I might have changed it all. And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. Yes, my life is better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. Those words are the words, obviously, most of you know, to the song The Dance that was made popular by Garth Brooks. And upon first listening to that, you would think it's about just a guy that's lost his love and things like that. But if you see the video, it makes you think about life being somewhat of a dance. People are pictured such as John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King Jr., the famous cowboy from back in the 80s, the bull rider Lane Frost. So those men, and I have, when I watch that video, I can't help but to wonder, about some of those people, especially maybe Lane Frost or maybe Kennedy. But, in the end of things, I think that they would have probably gone on with their lives and taken the chance, because I think about Kennedy and I know that he knew that it was dangerous to ride in an open convertible for the president. A very dangerous thing. I don't have a doubt that Lane Frost knew every time he got on one of those bulls that it was dangerous, that at any time his life could come to an end, and you may get a little bit comfortable with that, a little bit complacent, but the thought has got, you can't get on. I don't think you could get on a bull that is as big as those things are and as mean and not realize that you could die that day. But I think that they would have chosen the path that they did. I don't have a doubt Martin Luther King, he would have chosen the path that he chose. But it makes me this video makes me think about those things. But it also inspires me to try to live a life that, if something happened, that I wouldn't regret. And hopefully to me and to you, that means loving our families, standing up for what's right and true, just generally being a good Christian person and living a life, making a difference in this world, being an influence on our kids, on the children that are around us, on the people that are looking on, that we are leaving a legacy that if we knew that our life was going to be cut short, that we wouldn't go back and say, that I would change these things. In fact, you know, James tells us that our life, it's like a mist or a vapor. And we're here for a little while and it's going to pass away. However you look at it, our time here on earth is going to be short. You even look at the men of the Bible, you know, if you go back to somebody like Methuselah and you think he lived 969 years, but how many thousand years has he already been dead? And the clock is ticking. So this little life that we have, it's short, and we need to make sure that we're doing something good with it. We're fully aware, the Bible teaches us, 1 Thessalonians 5:2, for instance, and many other places, that the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. And for most all of us, that's the way our death is going to come. Yes, there may be some that they get cancer or something and they get a warning, but I bet you there's been people, I'm sure that there's been people that have had a very bad cancer diagnosis that's been killed in a car accident before their time from the cancer was even up. So our life it's a mist, it's a vapor. Death's going to come upon us like a thief in the night. And so as you take these words today, I just hope that I have inspired you a little bit to dwell on those things and to maybe picture your life in your mind like it was a video, and think about how you act, the things that you do, and hopefully you'll make sure that you're living a life that if it was going to be cut short, that you wouldn't say, I wish I could go back and change this or that, or I wish I could go back and say this or that, or do something else. Tell someone you love them, make up to someone that you've had a quarrel with, whatever it might be. Let's go into this life. Let's be good Christians and live a life that we don't have to be sorry about. Thank you, and I pray that you have a blessed evening.